Right now, the future of a referendum ballot question remains uncertain here in Maine. Last week, the Secretary of State, Shannon Bellows, determined that a petition to get the question on the ballot did not have enough valid signatures. The ballot question asks if student athletes should be required to play sports based on the sex they were assigned at birth. In our weekly segment with the Maine Monitor, reporter Matt Yunker talked to us about why voters could still see the question on their ballot in November.
So what you're going to see, I think, first is that this issue is going to go back to the Maine Superior Court, and you'll see the courts weigh some of the same issues, maybe in a slightly different way than the Secretary of State has. And so there's potential. We're talking about the margin of invalidation here right now is about 500 signatures of around 70,000, and there's been several thousand that have been disqualified. So depending on the legal arguments, depending on what judges rule, there's always possibility that maybe things go back in the other direction. So I think it's too soon to know if the court is going to uphold the Secretary of State's decision to invalidate this question, or the courts may decide that some of those signatures should actually be counted. And if the referendum supporters just pick up around 500 more back in the other direction, then we would see this on the ballot in November.
This ballot question put a spotlight on Maine's referendum process at the national level. Reporting from the Maine Monitor suggests 40% of people collecting signatures for the ballot question came from out of state. You can read more on this report at themainmonitor.org.